Hello, in this demonstration, I am going to, it's actually a warm-up. It's a warm-up using color and line and one brush. I think this is something I'd like to continue on going. It's a great way to maybe explore colors you're interested in seeing how they interact. It's a great way to get to know a particular brush. In this case, I'm going to use the round brush and connect those lines to movement and emotion, which we've been discussing. I think I'm also going to bring in my China marker. You could use a pencil if you want. So I'm going to activate uh, the surface of this Bristol paper first, doing, and it's that continuous line we've been working on, commitment to line. And I'm hoping that some of this line work, this finer line work, is going to show through my paint. We'll see. I didn't put a wash on here. I could, but that's not really the point. The point is to get into the flow of painting rather quickly. Okay, there's line work, and then I've got burnt umber, light phthalo blue, and I think it's an new olive green color that I really like. And I got my brush. So, and I can start anywhere. I can add water to some of these paints. Again, I'm continuing with that movement that I put down. It can change. I can go to thicker paint and I can go to a different movement as I get into the flow. I'm just going to see what happens. This is all new to me. So this will not be as continuous a line because I'll run out of paint. But my rule is wherever I stopped, I've got to pick up the line again. And I'm just using the one brush, but I could bring in finer brushes if I want. I just want to see what happens here. Okay, I'm going to go to the green. I'm not even bothering to wash my brush. Kind of scrubbing around. Got some dry brush going there. A little bit of thicker paint. So getting to know my materials, the paint, the color interaction. Okay, now it's getting a little thicker and it's going to blend right there on the page. And you might like what you see and you might not like what you see. I really kind of like how that blue is blending with the green. Honestly, I'm not loving this brush. I kind of wish I had a smaller one, but this is all part of the warm-up and the test. It may also be that it's an older brush. It's kind of shabby. Go a little thicker now. So letting color mix right there on the page, getting thicker. Things are starting to disappear. Noticing that. So some of these you could push to the point of obliteration or mud. This would be good to do with cheaper paint that maybe you don't care as much about. Then you might feel more comfortable pushing it further. I'm noticing more green here. I'm kind of liking more blue up there. So maybe now I'm letting go of that continuous line and I'm just globbing. I'm thinking I'm going to start scraping with my angled palette knife and see if I can excavate to some of those lower layers. I think I'll do that. This I like. So I've got now I'm pulling back to some of that bottom layer. I can see some of those lines. This creates depth and interest, and I'm right now I'm not focused on, oh, it's got to be a great composition. I'm just seeing what the materials can do. We're going to be playing with this more, maybe actually using some sandpaper to get to lower layers. We'll see. But this has a nice kind of a feeling of kelp or plant forms all kind of intertwined. So I think it's important to warm up and see what paint and materials can do, which will help us with paintings that we spend more time with, more time layering. Okay, and let's see, then I could also do, again, so I'm scraping back. Can use my stick and scrape back finer sgraffito lines. And then this will get to the point, it's pretty close, where it's too wet to really add much more. But after this dries, I could build more layers or bring in another pop of color. Okay, and that is it for my organic line exploration with paint.